The coach who took my confidence away. You have a coach that has taken your confidence away? Make sure you stay to the end of this video, because there's a really impactful lesson that you're going to understand. But I have to explain the whole process to you first. So first, let me tell you real quickly about a college coach I had. This is the coach that quote unquote took my confidence away. Now, at the time, I was a sophomore in college. So I just worked my ass off my freshman year, getting integrated, and, really realizing that a lot of the limitations that I thought were going to happen at the Division I level actually turned out to be a reflection of my own insecurities, of my own doubts, of my own fears and anxieties. And maybe you can relate to this. If you see an issue in your life, you see an area in your life or in your sport, it's funny. It's actually a reflection of what we want or what we don't want. In many cases, in many instances, what we don't want. We're trying to fill the void. We're trying to fill the gap. So by actually fixing us first, actually fixing yourself first, you actually fix the problem. But the story of my coach, my sophomore year, I start off the season just red hot, just doing extremely well. I was starting every day. I was playing every day. We had a road trip to Florida and I performed exceptionally well. And I was in the lineup every day, so I was playing every day. And, throughout sports, you're going to have ebbs and flows. You're going to have good times. You're going to have bad times. You're going to have times where you struggle, times where things are going really well. It's really the key is dealing with both of those. You got to stay on top of your mind when things are going well, or you'll fall into a trap. And then obviously when things aren't going well, you should always start with the mind. But my sophomore year, I was playing well and I hit one of these little skids and things, start to change. And here comes my coach. He would talk to me in the same exact tone, the same exact way that he would to every single other player. He only had one way to communicate. I mean, it's laughable. It's funny now when you think back to it. It was like, monotone, like, hey, just don't worry about it. You got to do this and this and this and this and this. Like no passion, no energy, no charisma, no belief, no confidence. But that transfers to a player, because as a player, you're committed to your coach. You want to be coachable. You want to be a good teammate. You want to be a good player in your sport, just overall, you know? So what happens is we start listening and paying attention to the coach. And sometimes it's really unfortunate that we run into a coach, and you're all going to at some point. You're going to run into a coach that either one, you don't get along with, maybe other people get along with them, or you might just run into a bad coach overall that is very inflexible. And I don't mean to insult any coaches, but this is a lesson for players to understand that it's about fixing yourself first, because you have zero control over that coach. Fixing what you're doing first, and the coach is a bonus part of it, man. A coach is going to help you self-correct, but we have to make sure that we know what we're self-correcting too. And you have to understand that flexibility is key, not only for the coach, but for yourself as well. So on the receiving end of my particular instance, my particular scenario with my coach, I could have been more aware and more understanding that, and said that, it's not a factor of him not coaching me or him not making me feel any better, or, I'm just stuck in this rut. My approach could have been, I need to see things differently. I don't need to take what he says for gospel and realize that he didn't say it with any passion. He didn't say it with any confidence. He didn't say it with any conviction. And that shouldn't drain my confidence. That should be a lesson to me that, okay, if he's going to act this way, that doesn't mean I have to act that way. It doesn't mean I have to be lifeless. It doesn't mean I have to be emotionless. So sometimes coaches are showing us what is good and what we should do. And sometimes they're showing us what we shouldn't do, you know, the things that we want to avoid. So you can't lose from a coach, man. You're either gonna find out something that works well and you can do it, and then, or you're gonna find something that doesn't work well, and that's, you know, coach basically coaching you unconsciously on what not to do. So, all right, guys, I'm about to go finish this workout. Appreciate you listening to me rant. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comment down below. What do you want me to ramble on next? All right, guys.